This is the historic Orman house. We're going to find a whole lot more about it. We're going to take the tour. You can see the beautiful covered porches where the people would have come out here to sit. And the beautiful architecture. Welcome to the Orman house, a piece of history nestled in the heart of Apalachicola, Florida. Built in 1838 by shipbuilder and businessman James Orman, this Gregory Vile-style home is considered one of the best examples of its kind in the area. The house is surrounded by beautiful gardens, which are perfect for a stroll or a picnic. The Orman house is now open to the public as a museum and is a great place to learn about the history and culture of the Apalachicola region. So come and visit with us and experience the history and beauty of the Orman house. So we're inside the Orman house here. So we're inside the Orman house here in Apalachicola, Florida. We're right here in the dining room. The Orman house was built in 1836 by Thomas Orman, which is prior to the Civil War. And not all the different sections of this house are original. There were some additions put on. This is the dining room of Thomas and Sarah Orman, this part was built in 1836, and you can see the beautiful china that they have out here. The beautiful kitchen area. We did just get an explanation, a tour. She wouldn't allow us to record the tour part, but she did explain the area as well and told us we could go through it and as we see fit. Over behind us here, this is where the gentleman would have retired to. And in here, they would have enjoyed their brandies, their cigars, different things after dinner. They actually lived pretty well for back in that age. You can see they have some bay windows. The river was right here. At the time, the Apalachicola River flew right behind the house. But you can see the beautiful grounds that they look out while they're having their brandies and cigars. And no women were allowed in here. Maybe to serve the cocktails. This was their area. His wife, Sarah, did have a degree, but at that point, she didn't have a law degree like Thomas did. She had a degree in etiquette, which is what women would study in college. And she learned how to design, set tables, and, make a very elegant home. And in here was the pantry area. Now, she mentioned this kitchen was not, this is not the kitchen that was here in 1836. The kitchen was outside, out by the slave quarters. They put a kitchen in the house as the years went by. Kathy, I found cookies. Right here. I don't think those cookies would taste very good. We're entering the living area now. These are pictures of the various generations of the Orman family.
Yeah.
Play little cards after dinner. And play the piano. And there's more sweets, Kathy. You have the cupcakes here, the cookies. So while the men were enjoying the cigars, the women came and would spend some time in here. Soon they'd all come back in here. Play the piano. Obviously there was no radios, no TVs. I don't know when the phonographs came out, but that wasn't until the 1900s. This is an older model, but this would have been from the 1900s. But a lot of different generations of the Ormans had lived in this house before it became a state park. This is one of the original bedrooms. No, excuse me. This is one of the newer bedrooms. This was an addition put onto the house. We're going to take a walk upstairs and see the original bedrooms. And you can see the backyard out here. At the time, that could be the slave quarters that we're looking out there to the right. We'll take a walk back there, the original slave quarters. But this house was built in 1836, and the South did have slavery at the time. And Thomas Orman did fight in the Civil War. And then when they lost, they changed some of the ideas that they had. Mm-hmm. It's a terrible point in the U.S. history, but it took place, it happened, and it is part of our history. Here's some of the clothing that they would have worn. You see the big stovepipe hat. That's something Abraham Lincoln would have worn in that age. On the other side. Some more of the old clothing. It's a little climb up. It's a little climb up.
Yes.
You can see they have a balcony here overlooking, which we can't go out. These are the upstairs bedrooms. You can see the different women's clothing of the era. Want a new dress? could use a dress. Like one of these.
Yeah, something that you can.
Here you could, we could do this one here.
Yes.
You could have an umbrella to go with it. Or you could have pink. Which the lighting doesn't really show off well. A little dollhouse for the kids, the different generations. And I'm assuming this was a kid's bedroom. Kind of a crib area in it with a bunch of dolls. So this would have been the mother's bedroom, and the children or child would be in the kid's bedroom. It would be right off of that. Back in that era, the men and women quite often had separate bedrooms, and obviously they'd get together and make the kids, but they would sleep in separate bedrooms. The different generation.
Yeah.
Some of the old jewelry.
Ooh.
Certainly looks like a scale here. An older one. It says Howell. Bell and Howell still exists today. And another older bedroom. This looks like it's set up for a female too. And you can see she would have been able to exit out onto the balcony here too. And then you can see the grounds outside. Can't see it very well through this shade.
Yeah.
And then she would have had a view out over the back too. Nice house. Then this is the staircase that goes up to the attic. A little bit spooky up here today. And a little dark too. And that was just used for storage. But this was the entrance also to the Widow's Walk, which was removed sometime in the 1900s. So you can't go up there today. But there was a Widow's Walk where people, the women, the widows, would go out and look for the ships to come in. They'd check on their husbands as they were coming in to see if they had become a widow. Back in the 1830s, slavery was legal in the state of Florida, and this is what she said was the old slave quarters. It's a restricted area today. You can see the buildings falling down. Well, that's where the slaves would have stayed. And out here would have been the original kitchen, where they would have prepared the food and brought it in to the people here. This is the new addition that you're seeing. You can kind of see the two additions of the house. The front area which is on the opposite side of us here, was the original, and then the back side was added on here over the years as the years went by, and they had some gardens out here. It's a beautiful area.
Yes.
The Chapman Botanical Gardens today was the city landfill. So that ends the tour of the Orman house here. It's a beautiful old plantation style house, and we want to thank you all for watching. Love you all.
Yes.
You love everybody that watches us?
Yes.
Me too. We both love you all.